Iris, you've been on Enyo before. Tell me about that.
Oh, I loved it before. I was on Enyo 5, which was a few years ago now. I had such a great time. It's such a well-run show, and I'm super, super happy to be back.
Oh, fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Enyo 7. And it's really great to be able to chat with you, Iris, for the Enyo Submission Only Jiu Jitsu podcast and the Enyo 7 event at Central Hall in Southampton on Saturday, the 7th of June. This episode is sponsored by Combat Sport Hygiene. Protect yourself and your gear with full guard pre and post hygiene spray. Whether it's in the ring, on the mat, or during training, Full Guard keeps you ready for action. Designed for use before and after contact sports, Full Guard is non toxic, non irritating, and safe for skin, eyes, and equipment. The unique form of HOCI used not only disinfects but also helps treat minor cuts and grazes, making it essential addition to your training bag, keeping you clean and safe for weeks on end. Go and check out all the sponsors for Enyo 7 in the show notes. Iris, so you were on
Yeah,
Enyo 5. Tell me about that experience. Tell me about the match and the build up and what it meant to you.
it was a very, I was very honored to be asked. I was newly 16, very, very nervous. But I had such a great time. Everyone there is lovely. I know exactly what I was doing the entire time, and I really enjoyed the match. I had a wonderful opponent. It didn't end up going my way on the decision, but all in all, it was a great day. It was a great time.
Fantastic. Now, did you have a walk-on song? Because I was at Enyo 6
Oh,
and I love the kind of build up, the environment. And whilst I've not been on any invitationals, I was fired up. I was ready to get on mats literally as soon as I walked out of Enyo 6. What was your walk-on song for Enyo 5? Do you remember?
that is a great question. I can't actually remember what it was. I know I put a lot of thought into it beforehand, but I cannot remember what it was for the life of me.
That's all
Um,
right. I'm sure there's some clips
yeah,
somewhere. But was it was
somewhere out there.
did was it something quite calming or was it something really to get
No,
you fired up?
definitely to get me fired up. I do like some upbeat music, especially while I'm training. I love training to music.
Good. Is there any particular track at the moment that you enjoy listening to while training?
Oh, lots of different things. I like to mix it up a little bit. I like some party stuff, a bit of upbeat. I know we play a lot of Britney Spears in our gym, a lot of
Nice.
Queen, just upbeat music always.
I love it. And we met at the Grow Jiu Jitsu Open Mat a
We did.
couple of weekends ago, and it was great to see you there and training. We didn't spar. I did just interview Gabriella
Yeah.
and met her with some judo throws. Not me throwing her, her throwing me, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I survived, which I was very pleased. But do you enjoy open mats like that?
I love them. I think they're such a great experience especially when they're female only, to meet other women in jiu-jitsu is like it's an incredible opportunity always. And like you said, having Gabriella there, she's such a great match. Like for everybody I've met, she's so good. And yeah, her judo throws, it's insane. But such a good match. So having high level people like her there just makes the
Yeah.
whole experience better.
Yeah, it was really nice. I love the kind of setup with the stand-up game on one side of the
Yes.
room, on one side of the mats, and then the kind of starting from kneeling on the other.
Yeah.
I was drawn into the stand-up game because I haven't competed a great deal,
Mm.
and I think it's really good for some of us that don't compete very often but train a lot to just keep doing that stand-up game.
Yeah.
How do you rate your own stand-up game, Iris?
It's definitely evolved while I've been training, especially a big difference between gi and no gi. Um, it definitely wasn't very good at the beginning. I spent a lot of my time defending, so I'd get taken down and then have like frames from underneath and really work on my ground game. I am trying a lot more now with stand up, even just staying on my feet for a longer period of time can make the match more exciting. can give me
Yeah.
more opportunities to work stuff instead of giving up points or like match dominance and accepting that bottom position before fighting back.
That's very good technique. You just have to keep working it, top and
Yeah.
bottom game throughout. Um, Tell me about your preparation for Enyo 7, because it feels like everyone on Enyo 7 has just put in so much effort and preparation into training so regularly, and they're really focused on the build up and the match or matches for the 7th of June. What's been your training schedule over the last few weeks, if not longer, actually?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I like sign up for a show or get asked, which I'm very honored to be asked, um, it's immediately kind of straight into prep. So I'm immediately on like, what am I going to train like? How's it going to look a few weeks before? Right now, I'm actually away, so I'm having a break just for a few days, which I do like to do before I do big competitions. And then I'll be back at the weekend fighting, doing all the regular classes. Open mats are a great opportunity, especially in the run up to these kind of shows.
Yeah,
It invites everyone to come over. Like you said, having from knees and standing can be really inclusive to having lower level, maybe people who don't compete as much. They're still open to being in that competitive environment, especially if they're going to do their first competition.
yeah,
So it's not, we're doing 10-minute rounds of standing, you've got to go all out, you're going to die at the end. You can start from knees, you can graduate up. And I really do like this type of open mats. I think it's much more inclusive. And I
yeah.
love doing them in preparation for female only shows, 100%.
Amazing. Now, there are a number of individuals that Enyo 7 is their first invitational. Do you have any advice to help them deal with that first kind of honor of invitational for Enyo?
Mm. Keep breathing. I think
Ooh,
breathing is something that we all forget to do. I remember last time I was so nervous that I didn't breathe properly while I was fighting, especially at the start of the match. So it's just like any other match. And a lot of people who compete, the thing about competitions is we tell people you're not being watched. It's only your team watching you. There's 8, maybe 10 maps at a competition. A show, you can't really use that. There's one map. You're on it. Everyone's watching. So it doesn't really help to calm those nerves, but it is just another match and just have fun. Like it's a show, it's exciting.
yeah.
They want it to be fun.
I love that. So breathing and have fun. I'll take that one
Exactly.
away, Iris. I'm learning from you already. I mean, I continue learning from you. Okay, so this is the Enyo Submission Only Jiu-Jitsu podcast with me, Lou Temlett, talking about with all of the upcoming Enyo 7 competitors and sponsors. One of the things that would really help this show grow is by you subscribing on whichever platform you are listening or watching on. And as always, go and check out the clips on Instagram and YouTube at Enyo Grappling. Today, I'm having a chat with Iris Day. So, Iris, it's been a couple of years since you did Enyo 5.
Yeah.
Talk me through your own kind of personal progression through Jiu Jitsu, kind of continuing with your blue belt development, and maybe touching on some of the coaching that you've been doing.
Yeah. I've been training for quite a long time, I'd say. Um, I think blue belt has definitely been my favorite. I've come up through the kids belts, but I've really enjoyed being a blue belt. I think it's been probably the most fun that I've had and the most opportunity that I've had. Yeah, I've really enjoyed all the competitions I've done, and I really like being an adult belt. I think it really helps. Being in kids belts, you progress. I wouldn't say as quick as other sports, but there is a
Yeah,
quick progression through them. Whereas adult belts, you fight the same people a lot, especially in female divisions, and it gives you a lot more time to progress before moving up to like a higher level. So
yeah.
yeah, I really enjoy my blue belt journey so far.
Fantastic. Now, let's talk about, let me just, your inspiration for being so dedicated to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Where does all of this drive and dedication come from, Iris?
Um, a lot of it comes from my coach, Natalie, who is also my mum. Um, we spent a lot of time together on the mats, whether it's like in a coaching capacity or like training together.
Yeah,
Um, she's definitely a huge inspiration for me to carry on training, but also the younger kids that I see, the young teenagers, even the like 4 or 5 year olds, when I get to see them enjoy jiu-jitsu as much as I did at that age, it
Yeah,
just keeps me going. Like I never really think about stopping. There's never a doubt that I'm doing something wrong. I just
yeah.
love it.
I have heard recently that the 4 and 5 year olds roll around like they really don't care, and they don't have a care in the world. They're just enjoying the experience of what they're doing. Do you currently coach kids classes?
Yes. So
No.
we have kids classes. I love helping out in them. It is one of my favorite things. Almost probably equal to competing, teaching and coaching. It brings me so much joy, and being able to see them have so much fun with it, which I think we should all be doing. It's just so lovely.
Oh, amazing. I think, seeing the children progress through the ranks, some of them listen really intently, some of them literally move their bodies and just express themselves in
Yeah,
a way that adults can't. And maybe we watch them and go, actually, we'd like to do that. And it's
yeah.
kind of taking away that inhibition to just go and do those forward rolls or those, whatever moves it happens to kind of,
They have no fear at all. There's no mistakes. They can't make mistakes.
do you what one kind of skill, mindset, or technique uh do you most kind of learn from those very young individuals on the mats?
Slapping and tapping is not always necessary. They will just run at you and take you down. There is no hope. There is no escape. If they've got
That
if they've got a goal, that is it. You're fighting for your life at that point.
okay, that sounds like absolutes.
Yes,
Oh, I love it. So just going for it, just
just
getting
go
on
for
with
it.
it.
Just have fun.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing. Now, you've said that Natalie, your mum, is one of your biggest inspirations. Does she also happen to be your biggest fan and supporter?
I would say so. She is always there hyping me up when I'm not quite hyping myself up. But I think that
Good.
can be said for almost anybody in my team.
Yeah,
We're such we're such a family as a team that there is never a day where I worry that I'm not having enough support.
yeah. I think it is an absolute nod to our teammates that we wouldn't be here training on the mats without them, because we all need each other to grow and develop throughout this game of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Of course, yeah.
Cool. So how are you feeling about Enyo 7? Are you ready?
I am super excited. It's been a while since I've done Enyo, but I love it so much. It's such a great atmosphere. I'm super excited. I'm so glad that I've already done one, so I don't have those nerves that like not holding me back so much, but having
Yeah,
that little bit of doubt that I didn't know what I was gonna like what was going on the day.
yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be a great time.
Good. Now, what does that day look like? Because I know, as an audience member, I'm ready. I'm literally going to be knocking on that door at 4 o'clock when the doors open. I'm going to be there, ready to get my seat and check out all the kind of merchandise and stalls that are there,
Mm,
and just get super excited. But what does
yeah,
that day look like for you?
pretty much the same. I like to get there a little bit early and have a little look around, feel the map, obviously go to weigh-ins, get myself checked in, find every room that I need to be in. But
Yeah,
other than that, it's pretty much the same. Have a look around, have a look at the merch, find where like the seats are that I'm going to be sitting in after my match, getting in contact with the team, like seeing who's on their way. Just yeah, being ready.
good. I absolutely love it, and I am very excited that you're on Enyo 7, Iris. Having seen you in action, but actually to see you in action in a kind of competition invitational space, I am really, really excited to see, because I've seen behind the scenes at Open Mats and I've seen you
Mm,
training and coaching those kids. So I, for one, I am incredibly excited to see you live and action in in person at the Invitational. Too many eyes.
Thank you. I can't
So,
wait.
fantastic. How can people follow your journey if they're not already following you, Iris?
On Instagram, I am Iris Day BJJ. I think that's probably the best way. We have our team Instagram, Grow Jiu Jitsu. I think I'm probably forced to be on there a bit more. So it's definitely the place to go.
Good, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Wishing you all the luck and all the open mats and all the kids coaching before the 7th of June.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for telling your friends about this show. And as soon as this episode ends, I'd really appreciate you dropping the show a rating and a review. Thanks again for listening. Catch you on the next episode of the Enyo Submission Only Jiu Jitsu podcast.